In a world where social media has transformed privacy into a luxury good, the wisdom of keeping certain things secret has become an almost forgotten art. Many of us have fallen into the trap of believing that total openness is an act of authenticity without realizing that this transparency can be our own undoing. The uncomfortable truth is that although many celebrate our achievements out loud, a significant number might be secretly harboring envy, ready to use any piece of shared information against us. Sharing moments and achievements can be a source of joy and connection, but the line between sharing and overexposing oneself is subtler than ever. We live in an era where discretion is not just a choice, but a necessity. Intelligence lies not only in accumulating knowledge or achieving notable successes, but also in discerning what should be kept secret. Choosing what to reveal and what to keep to oneself is more than a precaution. It's a protection strategy. Privacy becomes a shield, a safe haven where our ambitions can grow away from prying eyes. This concept is at the heart of modern wisdom, understanding that in a hyper-connected world, our peace and privacy are treasures that must be zealously protected. So, what do truly intelligent people do to protect their peace, security, and personal progress? Get ready, because in this video, we will explore the 9 things that a truly wise person never reveals to the world. Before we dive in, if it's your first time on my channel, please help me by subscribing and liking the video. This way I can continue creating more content like this in the future. Now let's start this transformative journey together. Are you ready? 1. Financial details. Venturing into the topic of financial details means entering a territory where prudence and discretion become your best allies. Openly discussing your bank account balance, your smart investments, your perhaps not so prudent debts, or your ambitious future financial plans may seem like a genuine way to connect with those around you. However, this financial transparency carries risks not so evident at first glance. Stoic philosophers advocated for moderation and prudence in all areas of life, including finances. For them, discretion in economic matters was essential to maintain inner tranquility and avoid the dangers of envy and greed. For example, Seneca stated that true wealth lies in the self-sufficiency of the soul, not in the accumulation of material goods. By inadvertently revealing details about your financial situation, you are providing ammunition for envy. This corrosive feeling, often hidden under layers of smiles and congratulations, can undermine relationships, turning mutual respect into veiled rivalry, even among close people. Personal financial success can be interpreted as a mirror reflecting their own insecurities or failures, leading to toxic comparisons and resentments. Discretion in this case is not just a safety measure, but armor against these invisible threats. On the other hand, talking about debts can be delicate territory to tread. Revealing financial struggles can lead to hasty judgments, creating an image of oneself that might not be accurate. Although sharing can provide some emotional relief, the cost may be excessively high, impacting how others perceive and treat us. Lastly, our future financial plans represent our most valuable assets, ideas that, when prematurely exposed, can be misunderstood, devalued, or even sabotaged. Stoics also addressed the importance of prudence and moderation in finances. For example, Epictetus emphasized the need to handle money carefully and avoid excessive spending. Keeping financial details private is not so much about hiding information as it is about wisely choosing what to share, thus protecting our financial path from envy, scams, and unwanted judgments. This discretion is crucial for successfully navigating the complex world of personal finances. 2. Future plans. Revealing future plans is like opening a book whose pages are still being written. Every dream and goal is like seeds that, if exposed prematurely, might not germinate under the critical or envious gaze of others. Revealing them too soon can lead to unwanted interference, diluting the magic of surprise and the impact they hold when they finally blossom. We live in a world where others' opinions often weigh more than they should. As Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius pointed out, prudence in managing our future projects is essential. Keeping them secret until they are well underway is a way to preserve our inner peace and avoid the interference of external opinions. By sharing your future plans, you are unwittingly inviting all kinds of energy to the party, from the good to the truly toxic. There are people who, even with good intentions, can project their own insecurities and fears onto you, questioning or discouraging your plans before they have a chance to take off. Then there are those driven by envy or the desire to compete, who may try to sabotage or surpass your plans with the information you inadvertently provided. In an ideal world, we would share our aspirations without fear of negative repercussions. However, the reality is that while some wish for our success, others see our ascent as a threat to their own sense of worth. Keeping future plans secret until they are solidly on the path to realization is a strategy for preservation and strength. This approach not only protects your aspirations from unnecessary external influences, but also gives you space to adjust and change direction without the burden of public judgment. The power of surprising by revealing your achievements when they are ready and not before is a powerful tool in building a personal narrative that is entirely yours. Moreover, there is something deeply gratifying about working in silence, allowing your actions to speak louder than your words. This is where the true magic happens, behind the scenes, away from the spotlights, where your plans can grow and develop without interference, preparing to blossom at the right time. In summary, protecting your future plans is protecting the essence of your journey. It's a declaration of faith in yourself and your ability to turn dreams into reality, far from the shadows of doubts and discouragement from others. Keep your eyes on the guiding star of your dreams, and when the right time comes, the world will be amazed at how far you have come. 3. Family problems. Navigating the complexities of family problems is like walking a tightrope over an abyss of emotions and expectations. Sharing these challenges outside the intimate circle may seem like a quest for support and understanding, but it often ends up exposing vulnerabilities that can be misinterpreted or worse, exploited. Family problems are delicately intertwined with deep stories and intense emotions, being part of the fabric of our existence, shaping who we are and how we relate to the world. When these challenges are exposed to the public, we run the risk of them not being seen through the lens of understanding, but through glances of judgment, morbid curiosity, or even sensationalism. Moreover, the exposure of family problems can open the door to unsolicited and intrusive advice, where each opinion can add more confusion to an already complex family dynamic. Every family has its own set of unwritten rules, dynamics, and ways of resolving conflicts, making well-intentioned but often inadequate advice more of a burden than a help. Even more alarming is the potential for exploitation of these vulnerabilities. In a world where privacy is increasingly scarce, intimate details about family problems can become ammunition for those with malicious intentions, manipulating information for their own purposes, or using acquired knowledge to inflict harm. Furthermore, public exposure of family problems can complicate the possibility of resolution and reconciliation within the family circle. Conflicts and challenges, though painful, are often opportunities for growth and collective strength. The solution and healing often come from within, from the family's ability to unite, face their challenges, and grow stronger through them. Therefore, when facing family problems, discretion is a form of respect, maintaining that solid foundation by protecting it from external storms, and you will find not only the resolution of the challenges, but also renewed union and strength. 4. Health issues. Addressing health issues. In conversations may seem like a gesture of trust and a quest for support, but the reality is that the way we share details about our health requires careful consideration. Health issues, whether physical or mental, carry a profound weight, not just in terms of personal impact, but also in how they are perceived and treated by society. The choice to keep this information more reserved is not an act of concealment, but an expression of self-care and preservation of personal dignity. As Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, said, "The health of the soul is the strength of the soul itself." Revealing health conditions, ongoing treatments and diagnoses can open up space for genuine understanding and support. However, this same openness can, unfortunately, invite stigmatization, a phenomenon still so present in our society. Health conditions, especially those poorly understood or wrapped in prejudices, can be distorted by stereotypes and myths, leading to hasty judgments and isolation. Moreover, details about personal health, when shared freely, can be used against the person in social or professional contexts, limiting opportunities or negatively influencing how they are viewed and treated. There's a delicate balance between seeking support and protecting oneself against unnecessary vulnerabilities. Another aspect to consider is privacy. In an increasingly connected world where information flows freely, privacy has become a precious commodity. Choosing to share health details selectively is also a way to maintain control over who has access to such intimate aspects of life. This control is crucial not only for managing one's own health, but also for preserving personal autonomy. Selective sharing also allows the person to control the narrative around their health, focusing on strengths and progress rather than allowing the condition to define who they are in the eyes of others. This narrative control is crucial for emotional well-being and self-esteem, especially when facing health challenges. Lastly, as we navigate health challenges, the decision on how open we are about these issues is deeply personal and must be respected. Opting for a selective approach is not just a strategy to avoid stigmatization, but an affirmation that, although health is a part of our journey, it does not define us completely. Respecting personal privacy in this matter is respecting the complexity and integrity of the human experience. 5. Personal conflicts. Navigating the delicate terrain of personal conflicts and discussions requires not only tact, but also a considerable dose of wisdom. As Stoics like Marcus Aurelius suggested, the best of all things is the ability to discern the good from the bad. Openly revealing disagreements and tensions that arise in our interactions with friends or work colleagues may seem like a necessary outlet, a search for allies, or simply a way to process our feelings. However, this practice carries the risk of not only deteriorating our public image, but also damaging valuable professional relationships. When we choose to share the intimate details of a conflict, whether out of frustration, seeking validation, or the need for support, we inadvertently expose our lives to external interpretations and judgments. This exposure, far from relieving tension, can complicate the situation further, extending the reach of the conflict beyond the originally involved parties. Moreover, by bringing personal disputes to light, we run the risk of being seen as prone to conflicts or indiscretions, which can negatively affect our reputation and credibility in the work environment. Particularly, the wisdom of keeping conflicts under control and resolving them discreetly is crucial. Tensions and disagreements with colleagues, when made public, can quickly turn into office gossip, fueling an atmosphere of distrust and competition. This not only deteriorates the organizational climate, but also questions the leadership and teamwork capabilities of those involved, highly valued aspects in the professional world. Additionally, by keeping these conflicts private, we preserve communication bridges with the other party, allowing for constructive solutions and reconciliations to occur away from the spotlights. This approach not only protects existing relationships, but also promotes an environment where mutual respect and understanding prevail over judgment and division. The decision to keep personal conflicts and discussions away from curious eyes is, therefore, an exercise in prudence and respect, both for ourselves and for others. This strategy not only allows us to resolve disagreements more effectively, but also helps build and maintain a solid public image characterized by maturity and the ability to navigate the complexities of human relationships with dignity and integrity. 6. Acts of generosity. In the fabric of our lives, acts of generosity and charity create a weave of kindness and compassion that illuminates the darkest corners of human existence. However, the true essence of these actions does not reside in the search for applause or recognition, but in the purity and sincerity with which they are carried out. As Epictetus said, true generosity is doing something good without expecting anything in return, not even praise. Ostentatiously revealing our good deeds can, paradoxically, diminish their value, turning altruistic gestures into currency for admiration or social status. Genuine generosity flourishes in discretion. When we choose to keep our acts of charity anonymous, we reinforce the principle that the main goal is to help, not to be seen helping. This approach not only preserves the dignity of those who receive, preventing them from feeling indebted or exposed, but also maintains the authenticity of our intention, ensuring that the action comes from a place of true desire to do good without ulterior motives. Moreover, discretion in acts of generosity serves as a powerful reminder that the value of a good deed does not diminish by the lack of witnesses. On the contrary, there is a unique beauty in knowing that one contributed to someone's well-being or a greater cause without expecting anything in return, not even recognition. This stance encourages deeper reflection on our motives and reinforces character, manifesting not only in public, but also, and perhaps more importantly, in moments of anonymity. Keeping acts of generosity or charity private also protects us against cynicism and suspicion that such actions are merely performative. In an increasingly skeptical world about the intentions behind good deeds, choosing the path of discretion is an act of rebellion against the idea that generosity needs to be seen to be validated. Therefore, by deciding to keep our acts of charity anonymous, we are not only preserving the purity of these actions, but also inviting deeper reflection on what it truly means to help. We are redefining the concept of generosity not as a means of personal elevation, but as an authentic commitment to the well-being of others, cultivating a legacy of kindness that, although invisible to the eyes, is immeasurable in its impact. 7. Love life. In the vast ocean of human interactions, love life resembles a coral reef full of vibrant colors and unfathomable mysteries. It is a deeply intimate aspect of existence, a sphere where the purest feelings and deepest connections blossom. However, indiscriminately sharing the details of this part of life not only fades its colors, but also puts its most sacred corners under public scrutiny, diluting the essence of intimacy that makes it so special. Preserving the secrets of love life, keeping personal moments and emotions away from prying eyes, is not an act of concealment, but a celebration of the sacredness of those connections. In a world where constant exposure is often confused with authenticity, choosing what to keep private is an exercise in discernment and respect for the delicate nature of affective bonds. By keeping love life protected from the spotlights, we defend not only our own vulnerability, but also that of our partner. Every public revelation, every share on social media, runs the risk of turning genuine feelings into spectacles, subject to interpretations, comments, and sometimes unfair judgments. This unnecessary exposure can pressure the relationship, imposing external expectations on a dynamic that should flow freely, guided only by mutual understanding and complicity. Moreover, privacy in love life allows the couple to explore, grow, and face challenges away from curious glances, creating a safe space for vulnerability, where mistakes are learning opportunities and not fodder for gossip. This protection against the external world strengthens the bond, making it more resilient to the storms that may arise. On the other hand, in moments of disagreements or breakups, the discretion previously chosen reveals itself as a blessing. The process of healing and redefining oneself is deeply personal, and when not under the microscope of public opinion, can occur more authentically and healthily. Therefore, protecting the details of love life is a song to authenticity and mutual respect, an acknowledgement that true love blossoms in intimacy, far from stages and audiences. It is a reminder that at the heart of what it means to be connected with another being lies an entire universe that deserves to be kept as the most precious of secrets. 8. Opinions about others. In a world increasingly dominated by the speed of opinions and the immediacy of judgments, the wisdom of keeping certain opinions about others secret is revealed as an invaluable virtue. Openly sharing criticisms or negative evaluations of someone may seem like an act of sincerity or alignment with the truth. However, this practice carries the potential to damage relationships, sow discord, and ultimately erode the speaker's own integrity. The truth is that our perceptions of others are colored by our own experiences, biases, and emotional states. By choosing to keep these opinions to ourselves, we practice not only discretion, but also respect for the complexity of individual journeys. This choice allows us to reflect more deeply on the origin of our criticisms and recognize that what bothers us in others may reflect unresolved issues within ourselves. Or preserving the privacy of our negative evaluations of others is also a way to nurture and protect relationships in social and professional settings. The spread of unfavorable opinions can create unnecessary divisions and antagonisms, affecting the dynamics of groups and teams. By choosing the path of prudence, we avoid becoming catalysts for conflicts and misunderstandings, thereby strengthening our position as trustworthy and mature individuals. Moreover, this approach encourages us to seek more constructive solutions. Instead of voicing criticisms, we can choose to engage in direct dialogue with the involved person, offering feedback in a respectful and productive manner. Such a stance promotes personal growth and the development of more authentic and resilient relationships. Therefore, the decision to keep negative opinions about others private is an exercise in wisdom and self-development. It acknowledges that while freedom of speech is a right, the impact of our words on the fabric of human relationships is a responsibility that must be managed with care and consideration. It is a choice that reflects a deep understanding of the importance of cohesion, harmony, and mutual respect in building a more understanding and united community. 9. Spiritual beliefs. One way to understand the importance of keeping our spiritual beliefs private is to consider how different cultural and social contexts can influence the perception of such beliefs. For example, in certain work or academic environments, openly revealing our religious affiliations or spiritual practices can lead to biases or prejudices from colleagues or superiors. Stoics like Epictetus advocated for living according to reason and virtue, regardless of external religious beliefs. For them, spirituality was centered on character cultivation and acceptance of what is beyond our control. Keeping this aspect of their philosophy private allowed them to practice their teachings authentically without being judged by others. A contemporary example of the importance of keeping spiritual beliefs private might be the case of an employee who practices daily meditation as part of their spiritual life. Although this practice may be deeply meaningful to them, they may choose not to share it openly in the workplace to avoid misunderstandings or labels. Ultimately, keeping our spiritual beliefs private allows us to live them authentically without worrying about external perception or judgment from others. It gives us the freedom to explore our spirituality intimately and personally without external interferences. Through this journey, we have discovered the whys and hows of protecting not only our peace and security, but also our personal progress. I encourage you to take this message beyond this video. Reflect on the nature of what you choose to reveal to the world. Remember, true wisdom lies not only in the knowledge acquired, but in the way we choose to share that knowledge with the world. If you liked our video, like, subscribe, and comment so that YouTube knows that this type of content helps people like you, and we can continue creating more similar videos in the future. If you don't know what to comment, simply write "Silence is power" to show that you have surpassed our session. I leave you with 2 more videos here so that you can continue learning for your personal development. Thank you, and until next time.